Alright, story time on how my exam marks were almost penalized over something I wouldn't dare to do. While I get ready for my nighttime routine. This was basically like the beginning of our exams, right? It was literally the first day, which was so shocking because I thought y'all would be prepared for the worst on the first day. Like, I didn't expect things to happen. Literally, they announced all the rules that would have happened, that could happen, but y'all still chose to go against all those rules and regulations. But luckily, your girl right here was like, I ain't taking part in that, and I'm not about to get in trouble for a stupid day. Yeah, but apparently some of y'all just trying to get in trouble for no reason, or like y'all was like. So I was just chilling and studying because we usually get some extra time before we start writing exams. We get like about an hour, 30 minutes somewhere there to like study. And then we would literally have like a little break time, and then that's when we're gonna write after. But while I was studying, people were like overly stressed, you know what I'm saying? Which is valid, it's our first exam. Oh my gosh, and our first exam was surprisingly Afrikaans, which was, whoa. And I was stressed as well because I'm not the best at Afrikaans, you know what I'm saying? We were all stressed, but we were like not in like a one class thing when we write our exams. With our school, they don't play like that. They want to be straight for real. So basically, it's like the grade, it's basically like one row. The first row is basically like the grade 7s. The second row is the grade 8s. Then the third row is grade 9s. Then it's like all over again, 7, 8, 9 again. So we were like, okay. And I thought that there's no way people could cheat because how? And then, but apparently I'll find a way. So this scenario literally happened after break time. And I thought that we were going to get like a little more time to like, I don't know, refresh our minds. We did, but it wasn't that enough time. So obviously we were all freaked out, you know what I'm saying? But we managed to study. I would like to say I was ready. I was not mentally ready, but I guess I was kind of ready. So after they handed out the papers, we started writing. I don't know, I think I was locking in, but I don't know, bro. Like, I literally don't know. I did not expect a high, like a I don't know, bro, like an A, B, or whatever, maybe a C after the exam, or maybe even lucky a B, I don't know, but I was not expecting anything high. So 5 minutes before the exam was over, this is where the thing starts happening. So we were chilled, you know what I'm saying? I was not sleepy. I was like kind of trying my utmost hardest to sleep because I was bored out of my mind. I even ended up double, triple, quadruple checking my work because I was not sure if I was gonna get the answers right or not. Okay, 5 minutes started ticking. No, I think it was 10 minutes. Yeah, it was like around 10 minutes, and like 10 minutes was like almost over. So 10 minutes was almost over, and it was like almost gonna be 5 minutes left. Apparently somebody just decided to do some crap, and I believe, I don't know, some say it came from their bag, but I didn't hear from the bag. Somebody decided to let their phone ring, and bro, that phone rang at full blast. We were all so freaking, what's it called? Like, so shocked. We were laughing our butts off, bro. Like, we were like, because this is so unexpected. Like, what the freak? But apparently, the teachers are also shocked, but they're not too amused with this. Because next thing I knew, 3 teachers started searching us. Literally, okay, so we had like 2 female teachers and 1 male teacher, right? The female teacher, one of the female teachers was literally like in the like in front of all of us to make sure that we were not doing anything like sketchy. And then the 2 what's it called? Teachers were searching were searching people's. Then they didn't find anything. I suspected that it was gonna be under the shoes. If it was a guy, or I don't even know, even if it was a girl, bro, like literally, like they didn't search beneath the shoes, which was kind of like an obvious thing. Like it could obviously be under their shoes, but they didn't do that. So we were all kind of stressed. We were all like, no, we weren't. I'm kidding. We were like just laughing. Like the laughter was just continuing, but we were also stressed because what if somebody forgot to put their phones in their bag or some crap like that, forgot to put their phone in what's it called, silent mode / power off. I don't know, bro. And then the teachers literally lined up, and one of them was like, y'all can't be doing this. This is a freaking first day. Y'all gotta lock in. What the freak is wrong with y'all? And then she gave like a little short speech, and she was like, if next time this happens, we are going to start searching the bags. And if you don't find what's it called, phones in your pockets, or your bags, which are what's it called, switched off. She literally specified that it should not be on silent mode. It should literally be on power off and silent mode, because you know what I'm saying. As well as smartwatches count as well. So now they were about to search our bags. They didn't search it because I don't know, they gave up or some crap like that. So they didn't search it, but you know, I think a few days passed by. This was probably like our 3rd exam. We were writing life orientation. We didn't start yet. Remember, we have like a few hours before we start. Okay, it's windy as freak here, so please don't mind the background noise. We were literally doing this whole thing where we like line up, then we get in class because the teachers want to greet us for no reason, but it's fine. The moment the teachers greet us and we got in, a teacher, okay, I sat down. Well, we didn't sit down yet. They read the exam rules as they do each and every day, because just so y'all can lock in. So eventually we said they were about to be like, y'all gotta sit down. So I was already prepared. I took out my pencil case. I was taking out my books. I was supposed to study for life orientation. Tell me why. Tell me why my economic management science teacher, EMS teacher, came in and was like, "Is Gloria here?" Oh my gosh, bro. And tell me why I thought, I don't know, it was gonna be a good thing happening. I don't know, something good was about to happen to me. I don't know. Maybe they were about to like just ask me to do something for them. You know how teachers be lazy to do teacher things, but it's fine. I was like, "Yes, I'm here." He said, "Take your bag and come with me." And went with him. Actually, no, I didn't wait. Like, he left. He literally left after he said that. And I was like, "Okay, wait up. What the freak? I have to put my pencil case in there." I didn't put my pencil case in there. I'm walking there with my pencil case in my hand and my bag on my shoulder, looking stupid. Well, now that I'm looking back, I'm looking stupid. So, I couldn't find him. The moment I literally went to the other room, he was gone. And I was like, "Okay." So, okay, that's fine. I found him eventually and we went to his office. He told me to sit down and said, "We believe that you are the person responsible for the phone ringing during that day." And I knew exactly what he was talking about because that literally happened to me. That literally happened to my class like 2 days ago. So, it was a whole beef. I was like defeated. I was going to cry my butt off, but I decided to put on my pants and I was like, "What are you talking about?" And he was like, "I know you're a good student. You're like one of my favorite students or something like that. And you literally are." I don't know what he said. Something, I don't know, something along the lines of being good and, you know, I'm always honest. And he said that this is a Christian school, so I cannot lie because, you know, it's a Christian school. And I was like, yeah, I didn't do it because I'm not lying. Like, I don't have any, I was even like, I swear. Like, and then he dropped the bombshell. He was like, "If we have proof saying, or I don't know, justifying that you are indeed the person responsible, you will be punished." And then he asked me, "What punishment do you think you deserve?" And then I was like, "But I didn't do it." And then he was like, "No, no, no. What punishment? If we have proof, what punishment?" And I was like, just stunned. And I was like, "Whatever punishment," because I know that I didn't do it. Then he was like, "Okay. First of all, you're gonna go for a hearing. If y'all don't know what a hearing is, basically like when your parents go to like a meeting with the principal and a teacher and and you as well are gonna go. It's basically, I don't know. Then you have to be there as well as maybe a witness. I don't know. I've heard that you can have a witness there, but I don't know. Then I was just like stunned. I was like, and then he said "I'm gonna go for a hearing. My exam, I'm gonna penalize. I'm gonna get 0 for that exam." And then I was just stunned, and I was like, then okay, I just decided to shush. But I was like, okay, but I know proof will be shown. Like I literally said that to him. I was like, "The proof will show that I'm innocent. Like y'all can't just do that." But then he was like, "Yeah, no, it's fine. But what if we have proof? Like, do you think that's a punishment?" And I was like, "Do you guys actually have proof?" And he was like, "Yes." And I was like, "Okay, then y'all." Bro, and then like a lot of things were going into my mind. I was gonna like, did I like move a lot? Did I touch my pocket for some reason? Maybe when they were switching our socks, maybe I was doing it too quickly, which made it sound suspicious. And then he was like, "You know what? I feel like the way you're literally responding to this, it's either you're the person and you're trying to cover it up, or you're trying to protect a friend of yours." And I was like, I don't even like or know anyone like personally in that exam, so I'm not hiding or protecting anyone. And then he was like, "I don't believe you." Then I was like, "I don't know." And, no, he was like, "You have to tell me now. When did you hear it? You know who it was because obviously that ringtone was loud and obviously people must have heard it and you obviously could have heard the direction." And I heard one of the people while they were searching us that day saying that it came from the bags, but I clearly heard it coming from a person in a row next to me. Not a specific person, but a person near my row. Like, and I was like, and I literally explained that to him. And he said, "But can you tell me the person?" And he kept on pressuring me to tell him and he kept on doing it and doing it. And eventually, because he saw that we were getting nowhere, he said, "If this continues, you will be sent to the principal's office with your parents." And yeah, I have to meet him in his office after break. I don't know, after break or during the break, to discuss this with a few other people, which are supposedly the suspects. Ow, just scratch my lip, it's fine. Tell me why I was stressed out of my mind, and I told my friend, I told this to my friend, and I was like a little bit, like I was like breaking, like I didn't break down crying, like I broke down on her shoulder, like, in my head, like not in my head, man, like I broke down without the crying. I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah, I was just like on her shoulder, and she was like, "No, this is not right." And then I was like, "But we have to still go. I have to still go to his office." Mind you, I was telling her this during break. Like she was like, "You know what? Let me just escort you because clearly this is unfair." And then we made it to the door, and she said, "Do you want me to come in with you?" And I was like, "No, you don't have to come in with me." And she was like, I was not asking you a question. I just wanted to make sure that you knew that I was coming with you, but I just wanted to stay polite." And I was like, "Oh my gosh, that's an OG right there." But I was still like so sad, so I couldn't really thank her or anything yet. He was not in his office, and I was just defeated. Like I was like, "You told me to meet you in your office," and we looked in his office, we looked in his class, we looked everywhere, we couldn't find him. And I was like, "You know what? Freak this dude. We're going to break and we're going to eat our lunch." We went, we ate our lunch, and I continued my life as normal. I was stressed during the exam until after school. Y'all didn't know. I actually passed my, because this was during Afrikaans, and I passed my Afrikaans with extension. So, in your face. Oh, but before I end up this video, I just wanted to say that they still haven't called me in yet, so I'm not too sure if they're going to like tell me that I have to come to the office because this, that, and the other. But yeah.